back. I want to talk a little bit about what is a disease. Most diseases have four components to them. One, they have physical signs. Two, they have symptoms. Three, they often have a health complication. And fourth, there's often a causal organ. So signs, symptoms, health complications, and a causal organ. So some of this is quite straightforward. We often think about the body as a clock, and if there's something wrong, you can open it up, figure out what gear is wrong, put it back in. That works in some aspects of medicine, breaking a bone. You put it back together and fix it up. So that disease process is fairly straightforward. Others are much more complex, and many are in between. So heart failure, for instance, is a well-known disease, or congestive heart failure. The signs might be swelling of the legs or fluid in the lungs on chest x-ray. Symptoms, something like shortness of breath. Health complications, being admitted to the hospital. And the causal organ can be discovered and evaluated with an ultrasound of the heart that looks at how the heart's squeezing. Obesity is much more complex, and it's not as intuitive. So the signs are excess body fat. The symptoms can be varied, and then in terms of health complications, you have those aspects of, is it mechanical pressures of obesity, or is it the impaired storage of energy aspect of obesity? So it's one of these, and we'll talk more about that. And then the causal organ has really eluded us and has caused a lot of heartache, I think, because the location of obesity is clearly not something that's intuitive or something one would come to understand just by observing society. So often obesity is thought of as an issue of moral failings, a character flaw, eating too much and not moving enough. But the science is really clear on this. The causal organ of obesity is a deep structure in the brain, and it's a part of the brain that we can't consciously control. So this really speaks overwhelmingly to the fact that obesity is not an individual's fault. And that runs counter to almost everything that society has told us, as well as messages that are reinforced through movies and even clinician visits. So obesity is a chronic disease, and we'll keep exploring this topic.